Yeah, I don't know.
Right. This is the warning. Tea towels and language are possible in this. Tea towels and adult humor. But Chris is here, so she's going to make sure I'm towing the line, I think. Anyway, welcome everybody.
What's tea towels? What's tea towels?
Well, Nick's got a tea towel. He's wearing a tea towel. I just happened to know.
Oh, tea towel. Oh, okay.
Tea towel, yeah. He's doing the dishes. Right. Welcome, viewer. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. This is an audits off-duty driving instructor trainers. We're doing a live. We want to talk about feedback. Right?
Are you ready? What we're doing?
Apparently. Okay. You're just thinking about what we're doing next time. And we do have a date for the next one. Ian, are you ready for the bus?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Careful you don't get a concussion. This one's coming. Ready? Feedback.
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 Feedback. What is it?
I don't know. I was asking you.
All right. What is it? Feedback is information that helps somebody improve.
Oh, you've thought about it.
Ah, that surprised you.
He's got an answer ready.
He did.
It's in here.
It's like he wrote it down and stuff, or done some sort of looking for it or something.
No, you know me. I just wing it and blag it.
Well, I know that one. I know
that one. Are you having a fit there, Terry? Are you having a fit there?
I'm having a fit, eh?
Terry, number 13's coming your way.
Okay.
Feedback?
Yeah.
What is it?
What Ian said? I can't remember what he said because it's like been too long for me to remember. Feedback is... We're talking about our terms now in car, yeah? Not like speaker, yeah?
Yeah, no, not that.
Okay. So somebody's opinion.
Well, there you go. That was
I'm off now. That's me for the night.
Somebody's opinion. Is that why we sometimes have different opinions? And can this be a problem?
Oh, can it be a problem? Oh.
Traditionally, where does feedback come from then?
The heart.
Traditional driver training, where does feedback come from?
It comes from us, Fiona.
Comes from us.
Comes from us. Yeah. What's the problem with that, Fiona?
Well, my problem with it, I've got loads of problems with it.
Go on, you go first then. Get it off your chest. Oh, innuendo again.
Well, it just turns out as insulting and hurtful. Feedback from the trainer. It's usually just hurtful. I just find it hurtful.
But they try and disguise it though. Sorry, we try and disguise it though.
Someone even mentioned the praise sandwich to me yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought that was long gone, but it's still around, isn't it?
It's still around.
I had one of those in quite a nice sentence, which was, Ian, I finally ditched my praise sandwich.
Ah, that's nice.
And that gave me a warm, glowy feeling all over.
So the problem with the praise sandwich is, like I said, I find it really hurtful. And I don't know about you people, but whenever I get a praise sandwich from another trainer or someone else, the only bit I remember is
the shit.
Praise sandwich. Sorry. I'm glad I give the warning.
Adult oh no. I hope that was on mute, Chris, before, I said that rude word.
Oh, yes.
It's on his earphones. Perfect. We can swear.
I'm sure they know those words. They know the meanings of them better than other people. But yeah, no, the praise sandwich. I know. I just love that bit. I did my little preview or pre-muse I just loved that bit of feedback. I was so anxious. I really delivered a dreadful course. It was dreadful. It was painful. But hearing someone say to me, well, if you never do it worse than that, that'll be a good thing, won't it?
No, someone said that. Really?
Yeah. My colleague. I still know him. I don't think of it every time I see him. Every time.
Wow.
I love him.
Okay.
He's a good bloke. He's very funny.
So why shouldn't our viewer use a praise sandwich then for your there?
Well, you asked the question, so you answer it. Feedback. Give us the feedback, Terry. It's coming from you because it's feedback.
What, you want me to give you a praise sandwich?
No, no, I don't. I've had enough.
It's just awful. It's just lazy. It's lazy feedback. You think you're being kind, you're not being kind because they don't pay attention to the stuff you're trying to be kind about. They'll just remember the stuff in the middle that makes them feel like shit. Sorry, makes them feel bad.
Yeah, really bad.
But it's a really popular method. And PDIs we have this conversation with PDIs when we start talking about feedback. And I say, give me an example of feedback. And 8 times out of 10, it's a praise sandwich. So where'd you get it from? It's just how I've always done it. So it's how I get it done at work, or I use it at work, or they don't understand it. They don't see it as a technique. They're so used to using it and hearing it from the olden days that it's now become the method to give feedback or tell someone what you think of it. And it's not even always a sandwich. It's good and bad, and don't really finish with a bit of good at the end.
Oh, the bit that no one hears at all.
Yeah. The bit they switched off from anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so watch your viewer, all 3 of you, if you're using a praise sandwich, please stop. Please stop. It will destroy your rapport.
Yeah, instantly. And it changes the whole. How are they going to be honest? How are they going to think about it? So we've got to come up with some other options.
Yeah, blood. Down with the kids.
Ian, you haven't spoken for ages, but then where is it?
Been listening and learning.
Come on, Lavelle, say something.
What do you want me to say?
What other options have they got?
Other options. What can you do?
Well, you can start by listening to what they're saying, if they're speaking, and asking questions about things you're curious that you hear that make you think, talk to me about that. Tell me a bit more about that. Because, if you listen carefully enough, you can hear all the cries for help. The stuff they want to talk about is in there somewhere. And by picking up on it and asking them about it, the conversation rolls much nicer than structuring a sandwich with a crap bit in the middle.
It's so much.
I'm going to play devils
again
because I can hear our 1 or 2 viewers screaming at the TV. TV, look at me getting all big.
You're showing your age now, aren't you? TV.
Look
Who do you think you are, Kev? Sorry. You're not Kev, Terry. You're not Kev. Not on telly.
Shouting at their laptops. Sorry, but how will they ever know what mistakes they've made if we don't tell them?
Who's ever had someone drive over a curb that doesn't know they've just driven over a curb? Anyone?
I never
they all go. They all. How often do people know they've made the mistake?
All right. Devils again. How will they know if they forgot on their mirrors if I don't tell them?
Well, Ian's just answered that. Ian? Ian? QI?
Well, who are we to decide that the mirror check was right or wrong or missed? Could we have missed them checking it beforehand?
No, I was looking at them all the time. They didn't check the mirrors. They're not going to know.
Sorry.
They're not going to know.
Bit
They're
of
not
a-
going to know.
Bit
Shut
of
up a
a
minute.
frog in me
They're not
throat
going to
there.
know. They're not going to know if they didn't. Fucking hell. They're not going to know they didn't check their mirrors unless I tell them. It's like going through a red light. You wouldn't know you went through a red light because you've gone through it. I'm talking about pedestrian crossing red light, no pedestrians around. Obviously, a thud of another car or human being hitting the bonnet would tell you went through a red light, but
it doesn't work. That volume switch on the
No,
video
do you want me to mute him?
Well, he's just battered me head with what he said. I don't know where he was going with it. Anybody help me out?
I think it's the ask questions about it that he's going for, and it's
Well,
open discussion.
I'm just thinking about our viewer. They're going to come back with, well, if we don't tell them what they did wrong, how will they know they did it wrong?
Who's to say it's wrong?
He's talking objective. He's being devil's advocate.
I'm being devil's, and I'm being devil also because I'm test focused, and I'm thinking if they do it on test, I'll fail.
Yeah, but let's think about how we. What's the criteria for mirror checking then? If we're going to run with mirrors, what's the advice about how we should check mirrors?
Before hazard.
Right.
Let's go with that
What
one.
else? What else? What other
Before
advice?
changing speed of fucking direction. Come on, get on with it. Yes,
Yeah?
go on.
What else? What's the general advice rather than the specific 5 times you check your mirrors or whatever it is? Frequently and sensibly. Now define that.
I've never used that shit. Bollocks. Shit. Fuck bollocks stuff. Pardon my French. Kids that are watching.
That. Frequently and sensibly. How wide open is that?
Yeah. More wide than... No, I won't say that actually, no. Move on. Oh, dear.
It's the open questions and it's the discussions and it's that we keep talking about equal, because as soon as you're doing that thing, I'm right, you're wrong, you lose it. You lose the rapport again. I think that's what you're getting at, Terry. But as soon as we start saying I'm right or thinking I'm right and you're wrong, we change the rapport, we change the relationship in the vehicle. And as soon as you change it, as soon as you do that, you've lost something. You've lost that having a conversation with someone so that they engage in change.
So we follow up a fault in commas, whatever you call it, speech commas, speech marks.
Inverts, yeah, inverted commas.
Yeah. So we should follow that with a leading question then, Fiona, or an open question.
Well, I was hoping for an open one.
Open one. Okay. Do you have an example for our viewer so they can go and practice it tomorrow?
I don't know. I was just, there are a number of ways, but if you have one in your head, but it's the open questions, most people know the sort of thing we're looking at. But I was just thinking, because there are other ways. Those of you with...
Go on, give us one.
Well, the dash cam footage. If you can get somebody, if you've got cameras in your car, if you can get somebody to think back and reflect on things, because this is the thing. Feedback should be reflective. It should be, we should facilitate reflection. And I think that's what you're getting at. I'm using the word facilitate, but we should sit in a car and help someone think about their choices. And if we ask specific questions, what do you need to do? When do you need to do it? La da 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 da. Are they thinking about the answers or just answering our questions and trying to not feel uncomfortable? We're dictating action. If we tell them what it is, we're dictating what action they should take. And that's when it's uncomfortable. So how do we do it? So a discussion and a chat and getting information out, I think, is where we need to go. But how do we do it then? You can ask questions about things, the open questions, and that's where you were going, Terry, and you were picking my brain, but I've gone off on a tangent, sorry.
Right. Go on, open questions. How else could I do it? Ian Miller?
He just called
That's
you
you,
my
Lavelle.
love.
That's you, Lavelle, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
What was the question again?
How else could we could make them aware or help them become more self-aware?
Well, there's a little technique called scaling.
Scaling?
Scaling.
I hear there's a workshop on that.
Well, I think there's somebody on the screen who knows much more about this than I do.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I know when my date. I know when my dates are. I've written them down actually.
Have you?
Yeah.
Got some workshops on scaling.
No, I have got workshops on scaling, and let's leave it.
God.
The next one, the 11th of August, 6 p.m. Guys, why is scaling different though? Because there's loads of people here who use the technique, but it is not just out of 10, la la la. Why is the technique that we have different to normal scaling?
Because it's not based on our opinion. We don't do any work. The learner does all the work.
Well, once we've learnt the technique,
but you're going to learn them on the.
I'm going to learn them.
Learn them.
Yeah.
That's good England.
I bunked off English that day. All right.
Great England, that mate.
Can I lend you rubber, Terry? Can I lend you rubber?
Ooh, disgusting. Oh, the eraser, you mean? Sorry. Yeah. What date was your thingy again?
Oh, stop it. Look, the website's on the screen, people. And I can
they can find it on FionaDrive.com.
They can.
Cool, man.
The reason that I designed the workshop was because there's a big gap, because we use scaling as a really tiny thing. And if we don't agree with the number, we tell them. That's not getting information out. That's just the same thing as having an opinion, which is what we're trying to get away from. And that's why the process that I've got, the scaling process, actually just gives us a method of getting the information out rather than trying to put it in.
That is the crux of it, isn't it, man?
I've actually called the workshop.
I'm in mid-sentence, for God's sake, woman.
Come on then.
Fine, carry on.
Well,
I've been bloody married.
Called it scaling, and I've done a little hyphen, the key to coaching conversations, because it's the key. Once you learn that little technique, it's how do you get the conversations out? And it's the conversations where you get the reflective thinking. We need reflective drivers who think about their choices. Otherwise, they won't do it for the test, but they'll do it after. And we need people to make their own decisions and form their decisions. Nick, you've been washing up for hours, mate.
Yeah, how many people in your family? Are you like the Van Traps with guests?
No.
Washing up with a beer. I'll do that.
You can. You can, but these things. This is why we have these stupid little discussions.
I want to say two things, if that's okay.
Is that one of them?
No, I've actually forgotten one of them because of the Von Trapp comment. It's gone out my head. I will say that if you... Oh, here we go. The good thing about getting all the feedback out of them is it's much more valuable because you find out exactly where they are, exactly what they think. And it gives you a big insight into where to go next. If you're the one giving all the feedback all the time, you have this supposedly empty vessel next to you that's meant to just take it all in and just agree with you. But they might be on the outside going, "Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I could have done that better." And inside again, what a wanker. He's so negative. I don't know if I do everything bloody wrong. Something else now I've done wrong. Oh, for fuck. And then test day comes along. Why aren't you confident? Fucking hell, you've just been telling me for the last 40 hours all my mistakes. So I've got a workshop on how we help people fail tests, by the way.
When is it?
Huh. Thanks for asking, Fiona. Don't know, I've forgotten. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves quickly.
So he doesn't know. Right.
What?
You would just
Remember, I've got two things. No. Thursday, 24th of July, 6 p.m. You can find it on my book face page or dawnstress.com, Anyway, whichever thing I want to say. If you feel you really need to give feedback, and there's going to be occasions when you do, little tip for you, tip 108 on feedback. Ask permission first. Because permission that's been agreed to be received is much more likely to be taken on board. It's like if Fiona has 12 fish fingers on her plate, what? Don't eat fish either?
No.
I thought you ate fish.
No. Why would I eat fish? It's got a face. I don't eat anything that used to have a face. And yes, technically, shellfish sort of have, well, they ingest food and all the rest of it. Therefore, they have a face. Vegetarian.
You ate fish.
No, stop it. I don't want fish fingers, but if I had 12 of them on my plate, then what?
If you had you had 3 veggie sticks, because that's all you can muster, because you'd be sick of it and shit. And I took one off your plate, you'd get upset with me. But if I said, Fiona, can I have one of your veggie sticks because I'm in a weird mood, then you'd be much more agreeable to it because I've already asked permission. Same with feedback.
Yeah,
you have to give it, ask permission. Do you mind if I let you know what I think, or would you like to know what I had? A couple of thoughts I've got about blah blah blah.
couple of thoughts. Absolutely.
And then it's going to be more gratefully received and more taken seriously.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean you can't ask direct questions.
No.
If you're uncomfortable with something, you can
Like
say
fish fingers. Yeah.
Or you just say, you just ask a direct question. Is it okay if I ask this question? Blah blah. A question about, specifically something. But be specific. What's the score, Craig?
And the other thing, why is Craig watching football?
Hello, tennis, I think.
Why? I was going backwards and forwards.
He's looking up.
Me? No, I'm watching Dreamgirls, to be fair. So.
What's Dreamgirls?
I don't know.
What shouldn't I ask?
It sounds very adult.
Yeah.
It's about the Supremes. The Supremes, I think. The Supremes back in the 1960s.
Right. Oh, okay.
Film.
Oh, those Dreamgirls.
Film.
Phew, that's a relief. I could have gone another direction. I forgot what I was going to say now.
What
did you
Ian
say?
said. I was ask questions. Be specific. Ask a question about it.
Ask permission.
Permission.
Another thing is if you're getting all the feedback out of them, you're an easy street. So much easier for you. They've got to do all the work, That's just stopped the conversation, has it? Okay, fine. Ian, your turn.
My turn.
Hey.
Well, I'd just like to say I don't have any workshops coming up. So we just put that on now. So my inability to plan this stuff isn't on Facebook anywhere either. I think the thing about information to help people improve can come from the person who needs to improve as well, because they know more about themselves than any of us can know about. And the more we can nurture and encourage that reflection, the quicker they're going to get better, the quicker they're going to start understanding where these mistakes are coming from, and the quicker they can adapt their own behaviors to get control of it and see the improvements themselves.
Is that because they're working on what they want to work on, not what someone else thinks they should work on?
But partly, yeah, but it's also that they're, it's all well and good having this relationship where you've got the instructor and the person you're working with. But if you're still pushing the boat in a certain direction, they'll want to jump out and go for a swim against the tide every now and again. So giving them the tiller and saying, where do you want to go with this? Works wonders.
Mr. Analogy. So much better than bloody veggie sticks, isn't it?
It is. I don't know.
That was funny though, Terry. That was funny.
I have another thought.
Two in one, dear.
I know, but fault focus.
Yeah, it used to be good, but then
I know fault prefect.
Yeah. But then it went all like rest of Premier League, just rubbish.
Fault focus. So if
fault focus, sorry, something else.
If we focus on what someone's done, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, you did this, and I'm going to tell you about it. In terms of a timeline, are we in a future positive thing, or are we in I can't change it anyway, and you're going to have a go at me thing?
Well, we know the answer to that, Fiona.
Because if you're asking someone what they did, what they've done, what they should have done, it's history. They can't change it, and it's depressing. So if by changing the focus to what they can do in the future and asking questions about that, getting the information out, how does that change a person? So if donkeys years ago, after delivering my first really dreadful speed awareness course, if that person had said, any thoughts on that? What do you think you might be working on? Would that have been something I would forget instantly? Yes, because it wasn't painful. Why do I remember it 10 years later? Why do I remember it? Because it was horrible. Future focus is much more positive. I can do something about that. If we dwell in the past, it's just depressing.
And coaching works on the future, not past as well. Which is what this is all part of, people.
It's not ignoring. It's not ignoring it. You're just giving people hope.
Imagine that.
A new hope.
Whoa, I like it. I like the link, Ian. He's not. He's come alive now. He's not a phantom menace in the corner anymore.
No.
You do realise.
Striking back.
You do realise that Mr. Chris Benstead has had 12,000 billion thoughts.
12,000 billion?
Yeah, well, his brain works very quickly. We've only got our one thought. He's I don't know.
Well, that's between us.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it this week for it, by the way? Just so I know whether I need to make room for the thought. Do I have to make room in my head for it this week, or is it going to one of you?
No, because you did a bit of preparation.
No.
You did.
You know,
you can't say that. My rep will be no good anymore.
You know, I've just noticed also.
No.
Without realising it, we've got 6 people here live watching.
I know.
Oh, we've never had 6, have we? I said 6. We've never had 6, have we? No. So, you know what? Let's open the floor and imagine we're in that film with Jimmy Stewart. His name I can't remember at a minute.
Jim.
Christmas one.
Oh, the best Christmas film in the world.
Best Christmas film in the world.
Every time a bell rings and the angel wins their wings.
Yeah, Lubin, yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
not
can't
Home
remember the
Alone
name.
then. You talk
No,
about something else.
No,
Yeah.
it's
George Bailey.
Stop it. Just, oh, for goodness sake. Even I'm getting annoyed with it.
Come on, people, help us out here.
the one that always makes
One
me
for
cry.
Life. Thank you very much.
You are?
Yeah, so no, it's a Wonderful Life.
It's
Let's
a wonderful
open up the floor like It's a Wonderful Life. Any important word here? Quick or succinct comments from the floor. So, first one to you gets the first go. Any thoughts, comments? Seriously.
You
First
are.
time about 6
marvelous
people.
setup.
And
Nobody
no
wants
one,
to start.
Here we go.
no one's got any
They even
comments.
knew
quick
what was
questions.
coming.
Yeah, I tell you what, don't know why bother.
That's
Is
a
that a
thumbs
thumbs
up
up
there.
got a question, Nick, or anything you want to ask? Or just.
I want to
You're on
ask
mute,
a question.
You're on mute, Nick.
I'll click a
Guess
button.
what? He's still on mute.
I'll push that. Now it should give you a little message. There you go.
Yeah, is that okay?
It is. Have you finished?
Yeah, nearly. It's been hard work, but you've kept me entertained for half an hour anyway. So I won't give you a praise sandwich because that's obviously not going to go down well. But I haven't actually thought about asking permission for feedback. I like that.
It's really useful. Is it?
So
okay?
I'm going to. So from the half an hour, I've done a lot of watching up, but I'm also going to take that away.
Yeah, brilliant.
I'm going
Love that.
to play with that and see how that actually works in practice. Because what I find is more generally that I want to give feedback rather than get feedback.
You
No,
need
You
the
know why,
knowledge.
Nick?
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest why, Nick. It might not be true, but I'm going to suggest the reason for that is because you want to help them.
Yeah, definitely. But in fact, I'm stunting their sort of growth in some respects because I'm not getting to the crux of what they're about. I'm assuming I know what they're about.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Love it. So
Yeah.
is it?
Good luck with it, Nick. Good luck with it. Hope
Yeah.
it works.
I love it. So when you
I'm sure it will. And it's just a matter of just sort of like holding back a little bit, shutting up and waiting for the information to come. Invite the information rather than trying to give them the information.
Brilliant. You need to
Funny
know.
you should mention shutting up. Sorry, Fiona. Funny you should mention shutting up, but we'll talk about it in a bit.
Yeah. It's quite a
Absolutely.
difficult thing. It's quite a difficult thing to do sometimes as the expert in brackets, apostrophes.
Well, look at us three. How good are we? We took
Yeah,
over each other all the time.
I'm sure you'll get there with experience.
We'll keep trying. We'll keep plugging. We'll keep doing it.
Anyway, I'll mute again. I think I'll mute again when I'm doing okay.
While you're ahead.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, you missed
Okay.
one. You missed that glass over there on the counter.
Hang on. Oh no,
It's got his beer in. Jesus, Fiona. Do
there
you
we are.
understand how
Bye.
alcohol works?
Who's only having one?
Yes, well, you can
Just
see.
a reminder, because Ian is going to be kicking me under the table otherwise. When do you have these wonderful chats? Driving along?
Well, you can start a chat driving along, but as soon as you're getting anything juicy, you need to pull in. Otherwise, they're not thinking about what they're doing. And it depends on the questions you're asking as well, doesn't it? If you're asking them to think, you don't want to ask them to think about something other than not killing you.
Yeah, Craig with the dream girls in the background.
You can't hurry love.
It's my other half. I've got it on, and I'm addicted to films, so it's difficult not to watch it.
So easy to blame other people who aren't there to come
She's
back
there.
at you.
She's there because she told him what the film was called.
Yeah, but all right, Craig get beaten up after. Okay, fair enough.
Do think about when you're having these chats. And if it's one of those moments, when you know that if they don't remember this moment, you're going to have lost the opportunity, just stick a flag in it by saying, remember this bit in a minute. Remember this. And then you can explain what's going on. I just need to understand something. And just be honest about it. It's just a conversation. But like Nick says, it's really good. It's well worth it. Anyone else want to unmute and talk at Terry? Because otherwise he's going to talk again.
He's going to sulk.
No, I'm done.
And can I throw something in before I go and deal with a screaming child?
Yes, please.
Really interesting stuff. I love listening. It's great. So two things that were said to me separately that I kind of put together. One was that our feedback tends to come from fault, and then that their feedback tends to come from feelings.
Love that. Might write that down. Thank you.
It's that. Yeah, that's the difference, isn't it? It comes from a different place, so it means something different to us and to them. And yeah, it's a good way of making yourself shut up and listen.
It is.
Absolutely.
So let's
Great
think to
point.
test day, which Terry has a course about, just saying. But
How they help them fail?
how we help them fail, and it's linked
I?
exactly. It's linked exactly to what Chris has just said.
What, on the 24th of July?
Possibly.
At 6 p.m.?
I love it. I like that, Chris, because it is because it's what's going on inside them that governs their behaviour much more than what we tell them to do.
You went really high then.
I was told, I know. Well, I'm
Someone stand on your toe or something.
delusions of grandeur. I'm trying to grow. So if I speak that way, maybe it will.
Yeah, I've heard some bullshit on these, but I think that takes the crown.
What causes, in everyone else's opinion, apart from those two, but in everyone else's opinion, what causes people to have problems on the road?
All the other drivers.
All the other drivers, but their feelings about them. So it's a blame game. Absolutely. It's our biases and it's all those things that are going on inside us. And this is the hard part because we do not have training in how to help people with the internal dialogue. Unfortunately, this is something we need to develop within ourselves. Oh, I was waiting for you to try and get me to plug my own course again, Terry, but you didn't. You failed me. It's fine. No, guys, please just have to think about it because what Chris was saying is quite true. Anyone else?
Before we say goodbye.
Chris, are you poking buttons? Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my mute.
Yeah, you can wave and I'll help you. I can click a button.
Have you found it yet, Chris?
I've found it now, yeah.
Cool.
Going back to the passing the question back, rather than... I did a mock test yesterday and I came away from it. No, she failed terribly.
Oh.
But I came away feeling really bad because of... You just feel like you're shitting on the driving, and she's a good
language,
driver.
Chris.
Sorry.
Language. There's children watching
Chris.
this. For fuck's sake.
But I do use scaling with them, but I use the MSPSL ARDA. So because when you use scaling with them and you say to them, okay, so give yourself a score for that, and they'll go, it was only a 3, and it was like, okay, well, why was it a 3 and not a 4? Oh, well, it was pretty rubbish. Trying to be polite. Well, how were your mirrors? Great. Well, what about your signalling? Yeah, that was all right. Okay, well, there's 2 points already. If you're gonna poop on your own driving, we're never gonna get it up.
Is that the worst innuendo for the last hour?
Chris, you can fucking swear all you want because
Okay.
they're all doing it. So I wouldn't worry about it.
Nice to know.
That's why I put an 18 thing on it, because there's
Okay.
adult content.
I was
and
trying to
loads
be
of-
nice for Chris. Hang on 2 seconds. Shut up. I'm on Zoom.
Yeah,
Sorry, my son's just walked in.
tell him.
So yeah, I use the MSPSL LADA, the speeder breakdown into 3. So that gives them 10 points to then start working with. How were your mirrors? How was your signalling? How was your road positioning? Well, there's 3 points. Your speed on approach, how was that? Your speed maintaining, how was that? Coming out of that roundabout, how was your speed there? There's another 3 points. All of a sudden, the score of 3 that they're giving themselves has suddenly shot up to 6.
So whose parameters are these, Chris, though?
Theirs, because I've just suggested they use that process to gauge their own scaling.
Oh, so it's your parameters disguised as theirs.
Okay, maybe. But it works. And if it works, I don't care if it works.
Was that brutal? Was that brutal? That wasn't
No,
me.
no.
That was just me telling you.
No, that's a fair point, to be fair, because they can't judge it. So they have to have something to go from.
Chris,
If you just say,
Chris.
yeah,
I have a question for you.
go for it.
When you learnt to drive, did you do a reverse parallel park as
I
part
can't
of...
remember 30 odd years ago.
Well, I'll help you. No, you didn't. It wasn't part of our test. So how did you learn to do it if some instructor didn't tell you and give you some parameters?
Trial and error.
Right.
Must have been.
Okay. I'll leave that with you.
Okay.
Chris, I've got a comment as well.
Go for it.
Are you free on Fiona's workshop date?
Oh,
I'm actually
Don't.
not, but I might be free on yours.
Because
Diary.
I think Fiona's will open your eyes.
Yeah, I think it might be, but I'm going to have to do a bit of rejigging, I think.
So they're worth it.
Yeah.
I am planning on some additional dates, but if people say to me, I need to do this, I'm happy to, because it's just a couple of hours. But I have any course I deliver is because it changes
Thought
the
processes.
emphasis. Yeah, it changes. So everything I deliver changes the process round, and it
Okay.
all helps towards the whatever it is we're doing. The standards check, and it all helps towards that. It's just not specifically geared, so I don't advertise it. But they are all of the techniques that we're passionate about. Change the emphasis so you get the information out rather than try and put it in.
Okay. I shall keep my eye open with them.
Yeah.
Remind me that date again?
You winding me up.
No.
I have to turn, because I hate this. Did anyone watch the other one where I was supposed to be promoting my other things? The physical things. It's the 11th of August, 6 p.m. Other dates are available.
Anything earlier than that?
I can do. Earlier
You
in
can
the day.
5:30 start, can't
No,
you?
earlier than the 11th.
Yes,
Earlier than August.
message me and we'll
Okay.
sort something out on the day that you want.
Okay.
I'm happy to do that. Because I've got...
Anyone else last chance? Because I've just seen the time.
Yeah, I'll
I
just.
think it's the
do
longest
that.
one I've done.
can't believe...
Thank you guys, by the way.
Oh no, thank
Oh,
you, Chris.
thank you,
Thank you,
Chris.
everybody. And thank you, other Chris. Thank you, Craig. Is it finished yet? No.
Anyone
Nikki.
last chance?
Nikki, you spoke so much. It was worth finding your sound. I'm glad you did. Vicky, you okay? Yeah,
You haven't
Yeah.
said anything yet.
I know. She's
Yeah,
tired.
you all right?
She's been at gigs all night, probably.
Yeah, she's been screaming at people on stage, yeah.
Nick, I hope you rinsed.
No, you didn't just say that.
That's not an innuendo thing, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Do rinse. No, don't do
Hello,
rinsing.
little one.
Oh, look at the little baby.
Hello, you.
Can you hear me again?
Oh, yes, we can now. Sorry, I was...
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was a baby saying that. Sorry.
There was also going to just take away Chris Benstead's thoughts there. That was absolutely brilliant. It's just straight to the point, isn't he?
Mm.
Well, he hasn't got time to worry about.
No, he
anyone. No.
doesn't mess around, does he?
He hasn't got attention span to wait for the rest of us to catch up.
So just to recap what he actually said, though, he said the thoughts, the feedback thoughts come from the instructor, and the feelings come from the pupil.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
He'll unmute and clarify.
As long as she doesn't start screaming, yes. Yes, yeah. Instructors' feedback comes from faults, or tends to, whereas your pupil, client, whatever word we're using, their feedback tends to come from feelings. And as I was told by someone, and I quote literally on a weekly basis, your first response to anything is an emotional one.
Yes.
So, we should judge people on the second response. So, therefore, that's the foot in the door, and then.
But that's the foot in the door. But that's exactly what we're trying to get through to. So, cut your thoughts off and get to their feelings.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Brilliant. Cheers, Chris.
Pleasure.
Excellent. Thank you.
Hey, Chris.
Thanks, everyone. No, thanks, everyone. The next one, 28th. Sorry, it's a little bit longer than we would have preferred, but the 28th, 6 p.m.
No, 5 p.m. we said.
We said 5 p.m. and I've written 6 p.m. We've said the
What's the feedback on
28th
that?
at 5 p.m. But we'll put the blurb out. I won't leave it so late. Why don't you put the silencer on? Nick, might be right up your street.
That's the next one. Love it. I can't wait for that one. I love the silence. I love it.
Thank you, viewer. Thank you, viewer. Thank you, viewer. Thank you, viewer. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna click the button. So strike a pose. Something from Dreamgirls. I can't do it. I need